Hi there. Today we're going to talk about how money can literally work for you. Our topic is compound interest. We'll break down why it's called the eighth wonder of the world, how it helps grow your wealth, and why time is such a crucial factor. Stick around to the end to learn how you can take advantage of one of the most powerful financial tools out there. And don't forget to support the channel with a like and a subscription. Everybody wants more money, but not everyone knows how to grow it efficiently. The usual tips, save more, spend less, invest, are everywhere. But there's something that really separates the financially savvy from the crowd. It's understanding the power of compound interest. At first glance, the difference between simple and compound interest seems minor. But that's only at first. With simple interest, your earnings are calculated on the initial amount only. For example, you invest $1,000 at 10% interest. After 1 year, you earn $100. The next year, another $100, and so on. It's easy to follow, but also pretty limited. Now imagine you don't spend that $100. You leave it invested. The next year, you're earning interest on $1,100. That's $110. Then on $1,210, that's $121. That's compound interest. Interest on top of interest. Over time, this snowballs your profits. Einstein called it a miracle for a reason, and Rothschild called it the source of wealth. Used right, it can truly change your financial life. Join our Telegram channel for updates on new videos and articles. You'll find the link in the description or the first comment. Let's break it down with an example. 2 investors, each starting with $1,000. One takes out their earned interest every year. The other keeps it in the system. After 30 years, the first has earned $100 times 30 years. That's $3,000. Total balance, $4,000. The second investor, thanks to compound growth, ends up with over $17,449. That's nearly 5 times more. No magic involved, just reinvesting. This effect is especially powerful over the long haul. Compound interest is a marathon, not a sprint. Start investing early, even small amounts, and you build a financial machine that works without your involvement. $1 a day, invested at 10% annually, grows into $177,701 after 40 years. If you just stash that money away, you'll have only $14,600. That's the difference between working for money and making money work for you. That's the key point. Saving keeps you out of poverty. Investing with reinvestment builds wealth. A simple interest account gives you fixed returns. Reinvested earnings create a growth engine that gets faster each year. Time is compound interest's best friend. The longer your money stays invested, the more it earns. It's non-linear growth. Slow at first, then the curve shoots upward. That's the exponential effect. Over 3 years, the difference between simple and compound interest might seem small, $1,500 versus $1,576, but give it 20 or 30 years and the gap explodes. Compound interest isn't just about returns, it teaches discipline. You're not just saving, you're building a system. A growth machine fueled by time and patience. It teaches consistency. Consistency beats the amount. Even small, regular investments can grow into serious capital if you don't touch them and let compound interest do its thing. Many people underestimate not only the financial, but also the psychological impact of compound interest. When you see your wealth grow even while you sleep, you feel more motivated to save and invest. And when the system runs automatically, the snowball effect kicks in. It rolls slowly at first, but eventually it becomes an avalanche of opportunity. Let's get practical. Say you save $365 a year, $1 a day. If you just stuff it under your mattress, you'll have $14,600 after 40 years. Not bad, but inflation eats away at that value. Now imagine investing those $365 every year in a stock index fund with an average return of 10%. After 40 years, you'd have $177,701. That's a 12-fold difference. That's the power of compound interest. It turns the ordinary into something extraordinary with time. The real game changer is reinvestment discipline. One of the most common mistakes is spending your gains the moment they show up. Sure, it's tempting to treat yourself, but if you wait a little, you end up with a lot more. The full impact of compound interest only kicks in with regular reinvestment. Every dollar left in the system becomes a brick in your future financial foundation. Think of compound interest like planting a garden. You don't just plant one tree and wait for fruit. You plant a tree, it bears fruit. Those fruits turn into more trees. Decades later, you don't just have a tree, you've got a whole forest. Just don't dig up the seedlings too early. It's also important to understand that compound interest works in reverse too, with debt. If you borrow money and don't pay off the interest, new interest piles on top of the old. But this time, it's not in your favor. So understanding this principle helps you not just grow wealth, but avoid debt traps. That's why banks, payday lenders, and credit card companies love compound interest. They know how powerful it is. Most borrowers don't. They think a $1,000 loan means $100 a year. In reality, it could mean an extra $3,000 or $5,000 in payments down the line. We've published a new article on our website. It's packed with free guides about stocks, bonds, and ETFs, from beginner to advanced. Check it out and bookmark the page. Now, let's look at long-term strategy. Financial legends like Warren Buffett stress the importance of starting young. Buffett started investing as a teenager. Most of his fortune didn't come from picking the perfect stocks. It came from giving compound interest decades to work. He openly admits that most of his billions came from time and patience. So if you're young and just starting to earn money, you've got a superpower. It doesn't matter how much you can put aside. What matters is that you start. Even small regular investments grow into wealth over 20 or 30 years. But if you wait until 40 or 50, you'll have to put aside way more to get the same results. Because time isn't just money. It multiplies money. Compound interest teaches patience. It's a long game. It shows that your financial future isn't built with one giant leap. It's made with hundreds of small, consistent steps. And those steps shape your financial horizon. There's one more key detail: how often the interest compounds. The more frequently it compounds, the faster your money grows. Annual compounding is good. Monthly or daily, even better. That's not always possible with bank accounts, but with investments, especially ones with dividends and automatic reinvestment, it's definitely doable. Let's say your strategy is to invest $100 every month in an index fund. That's $1,200 a year. With a 10% annual return and reinvestment, in 30 years you'd have about $226,000. If you keep going another 10 years, your capital would grow past $500,000, all because you stayed the course. You didn't just work, your money worked, and it worked harder every year. That's why it's important to treat investing like a business. Your biggest asset isn't just your money, it's the time you give it. The earlier you start, the more you gain. The longer you stay in, the faster your money tree grows. Compound interest is more than a formula. It's a philosophy, a habit of saving, investing, and letting it be. It's a time-tested strategy. You don't need to be a financial genius. You just need discipline, and it's available to anyone. If you want real financial confidence in your future, start today. Even if it's just $1 a day, even if it's just a basic index fund, just start. Because compound interest doesn't care how much you invest, it cares how long you wait. And the longer you trust it, the harder it works for you. Hit the like button and subscribe. And support this content on our membership platform. The link is in the description or the pinned comment.